All right, enough with the theory. Today, we're stepping into the shadows. We're moving from abstract ideas to very real threats, the kind with teeth. This is where it all gets very, very real. See, cyber attacks don't kick down the door with a bang. They start with a whisper, a single click, a forgotten setting, a slow, methodical scan that nobody even notices. The damage is done long, long before any alarm bells start ringing. So who's actually on the other side of that screen? This chapter is all about profiling the adversary, because in this fight, knowing your enemy isn't just a good idea, it's the first step to survival. Okay, so if you want to win the fight, you have to understand the battlefield. Cyber threats aren't random acts of nature, they are designed. Every single attack has a motive, an actor, a method, and an intended outcome. So let's lay out the new rules of engagement. The textbook will tell you that cybersecurity is about protecting systems, networks, and data. And sure, that's true, but it's a little sterile, don't you think? The real definition? It's the art of survival in a place that is, by default, completely hostile. It's not about if an attack will come, it's about when. Everything, and I mean everything, rests on these three pillars. Confidentiality, basically keeping secrets secret. Integrity, making sure data is trustworthy and hasn't been tampered with. And availability, ensuring you can actually get to your systems when you need them. Here's the kicker. If just one of these fails, the whole thing comes crashing down. It's a total failure, not just a breach. Not all attackers wear the same mask. They have different motivations, different funding, and vastly different goals. So let's start unmasking the players on the board. This really shows you the stark contrast in what drives them. On one side, you've got cybercrime. Think of it like a business. It's all about profit and efficiency. We're talking ransomware, fraud. On the other side, you have cyberwar. This is nation-states playing a very long game. They aren't after a quick payout. They're targeting critical infrastructure for strategic advantage. It's silent, it's persistent, and there's no ceasefire. And the weapons themselves are evolving, fast. Attackers are always early adopters. They're using AI for smarter phishing, deepfakes to manipulate people. They're even attacking us through the very software supply chains we trust. The battlefield is constantly changing because the attackers always evolve faster than the policies meant to stop them. And this brings us to the most dangerous class of adversary, the APT. These are not your smash-and-grab hackers. They are highly skilled, incredibly patient, and often backed by the resources of an entire nation-state. Their goal is long-term presence inside a network, moving silently for months or even years before they act. And even the most sophisticated attackers, these APTs, they follow a structure. What seems like chaos actually has a blueprint. Understanding this blueprint, which we call the cyber kill chain, is how defenders can learn to dismantle an attack piece by piece before it ever reaches its final goal. And here's the full chain. It's a sequence of events, and a defender's job is to break it at any stage. The earlier you can break it, the less damage is done. So take a moment, look at these steps. We're going to walk through each one, starting right at the top with reconnaissance. The attack always begins with intelligence gathering. Attackers are looking for anything they can use. Employee names, email formats, the tech you use, your network's IP ranges. They are literally mapping your digital footprint, looking for a way in. This is the phase that, if it goes unnoticed, makes everything else that follows much, much easier for them. Once they've done their homework, they build the weapon. This could be a malicious PDF or a crafted link, often tailored specifically for the target's environment. This isn't some off-the-shelf malware. It's a custom-built key designed for a very specific lock. So how does the weapon get to the target? Most of the time, it's through a phishing email, a convincing message that tricks an employee into clicking a link or opening a file. And the crucial point here is that attackers rarely have to force the door open. We usually open it for them. This is the moment of impact. The weapon is delivered, the user clicks, and the malicious code executes. It exploits a vulnerability in the software or a weakness in the configuration, and it only takes one mistake to give an attacker their initial foothold. Once inside, the attacker establishes a command and control channel, a lifeline back to their own servers. From here, they can move laterally, jumping from one computer to another, and escalate their privileges, gaining more and more control. A single compromised machine is a breach. An entire network under an attacker's control, that is an incident.
And this is the end game. Whether it's stealing data, destroying systems, deploying ransomware, or conducting espionage, this is the moment the attacker achieves their goal. This is the moment defenders regret ignoring all the quiet signals that came before.
So, we've just walked through the attacker's playbook. How do we fight back? Well, it can't just be about reacting to alerts. It's about building a proactive, intelligence-driven defense. It's time to flip the script.
And here's the key difference. The attacker's kill chain is linear. It has a start and an end. But the defender's response is a continuous cycle. It's about defining your intelligence needs, planning how to get it, integrating it, using it, and then evaluating your performance to constantly get better. It never stops. And that's really the core of what threat intelligence is all about. When you understand who is attacking you, why they're doing it, and how they operate, you move from a reactive posture to a predictive one. You can anticipate their next move and strengthen your defenses before they even launch their attack.
Every single attack, from that first reconnaissance ping to the final action, leaves traces. It leaves signals and network logs, system events, and data flows. They might seem quiet, but if you know how to listen, they are screaming. In the next chapter, we're going to learn how to hear them. Stay sharp.